Welcome to the Diceshaker podcast. My name is Jordan Brown. I am the host of the Diceshaker podcast. With me, as always, is the man behind the scenes, Tyler Hartley. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jordan.
On today's episode, we are into the silly season. We warned you people this was coming. It is now the middle of May, and there are barely any sports. We are running out quickly, people.
Jordan did message me with a 911 to yesterday. He said, I don't know if this one's going to be good, man.
Listen, it might not be. Listen, full disclosure. It may not be good, but it will be here. We will do it. We will be consistent with getting you guys what you need. So here's the deal. Here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to be all over the place. We're going to talk probably a little NBA, a little golf. I got some golf stuff for you. I got some updates on some things I've been working on golf. In the
like
golf
with
world.
your personal game, or
nope. We might. Maybe we'll get there.
Yeah.
No. We'll get into it in a minute here. We'll start with that, I guess. And then, I don't know. Fucking Belichick's still out here banging 24-year-olds. We'll talk about that a little bit. Like, subscribe, rate, review, do all that good stuff. Listen to the podcast. Check out Wanna Parlay. We'll see you guys on the other side. Here's the episode.
I bet my life I'm a Diceshaker. Electric lights on a skyscraper.
All right. So I did something. I did something yesterday. I applied for media credentials to the Canadian Open for both of us.
Nice.
Yeah. And look, I don't know. I'll pull up the email here. I got the guy's email.
How easy is that to get into?
I don't know.
Okay.
We're going to find out. But here's where I like the angle. Number one, I crushed the email. I'm a professional email sender. I send emails for a living.
Oh, I know.
So I murdered this email.
Okay.
Really great email. I'll read it to you. But what I also thought is if they say no to us, then we can say that they're suppressing journalists and against the free press and hate democracy and freedoms and that sort of thing. If they don't give us,
we're going that route.
We're journalists.
Excellent.
We're journalists. They don't want us to cover the event. They don't want us to shine a light. What's going on in this fucking RBC Canadian Open?
Interesting.
Right, so let me read the email. All right. So the guy's name is Mike. Hello, Mike. My name is Jordan. I'm reaching out on behalf of the Diceshaker podcast regarding media credentials for the upcoming RBC Canadian Open. Oh, sorry. And the subject line as well is RBC Canadian Open credential request. Do you see how I respect the sponsor?
Yeah.
Do you see how I acknowledge? I know you have a partnership. I know it's important to you guys. We will give RBC their due. Okay, so that's number one. So the Diceshaker podcast is a new and up-and-coming Toronto-based podcast that focuses on the world of sports and aims to present news and information with a comedic twist. The show has amassed over 2,000 followers. Shout out to you guys. Across all platforms and broadcast to their audience weekly.
All platforms is a bit of a lie, but okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Where's the lie?
Well, it's saying
Across all of our platforms, do we or do we not have over 2,000 followers?
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. Good wording. Cool. Yeah. Confused me on the other side of it. Yeah. No, I see what you mean, though. Yeah.
100% an accurate
That's
statement.
an accurate statement. Absolutely.
Accurate statement. Podcast with integrity. We would love to attend and cover this year's RBC Canadian Open. Shout out to the sponsor. And as such, would like to request 2 media credentials. We believe that our coverage will be additive to the overall fan experience and allow an opportunity to promote this great tournament to a younger fan base. I've included links to a few of our social media channels for your reference. I'm also happy to answer any and all questions you may have. Hope to hear from you soon. We greatly appreciate the consideration.
First of all,
we might get credentials.
You are great at reading, for one. First of all, great reading level there. Also, great writing level too. That was amazing, dude. Good for you.
We just meeting for the first time is what I do, buddy.
Yeah, no, I didn't know you read for a living. I thought you wrote for a living.
The communication skills are top notch.
That's incredible.
So listen, I don't know if we're gonna get media credentials, but what I do know is he's reading that email.
Yeah,
he's reading that email. May not respond. We may not get media credentials, but again, reading that email. And so I just think it's a fantastic opportunity for us. I think we should continue to apply for media credentials.
Like anyway, that's a good dude. What a door you've opened here. Yeah. What else can we apply to?
Like, what if we just
courtside somewhere?
Maybe, I don't know. Probably like if we wanted to do like the Raptors 905. I bet we could probably I bet I could sit on the bench if I asked.
We just start at the 905. We get our way up. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's and listen, I've been to the Canadian Open. It's a wonderful event. It's great. It's not like a real golf tournament.
No, sure. Yeah, absolutely. It's in Canada.
It's not the U.S. Open. You know, it's like like how many media credentials could they possibly be giving out? Like TSN gets a few. Sportsnet gets a few. Put the Diceshaker in.
Absolutely.
You mad walking around on a Wednesday practice round inside the ropes, just trying to and honestly, probably get I think maybe the goal is get kicked out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe try to get Rory to be
It's good too because you know so many scandals, so you can come in and be like, "Hey, what about in 04 when you knocked up this chick and how that ended up turning out?" Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, you know what sparked it was I saw that Daniel Berger is going to be in the field, and do you know much about Daniel Berger?
Just his name. I just know Daniel Berger. I think, a cool name.
And so this is a question that I've had presented a few times over my life, where it's like, what athlete would you want to be? right? And it's like you have to think about that practically because it's like people like Tom Brady. So like, yo, like I don't know if a lot of people are built to like live Tom Brady's life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But with Daniel Berger, so Daniel Berger's like 12, 15, 20th rank in the world, making a ton of money out on tour, but without any expectations ever. You know, like he finished, I think, like T14 at the Masters or whatever. Yeah. Nobody's up his ass about that. Rahm finished T14 at the Masters, and people are like, you're a choker, you're a fraud, you're a disappointment, all that stuff. Nobody's getting on Daniel Berger. What really got me on Daniel Berger, and that I think his life's the best, is his Instagram. So first of all, his Instagram name is DB Straight Vibin'. And I would argue that that is the most accurately named Instagram of all time. Because when you go on his Instagram and you check it out, there is no question that this man is straight vibing. It is just pictures of him at top 100 golf courses and then on yachts with chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was Daniel Berger was there. So I would, honestly, we get media credentialed, I might just try to hang out with DB straight vibing for a little while.
See if he likes us. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
of course, straight
sure.
vibing. Yeah. I mean, we're straight vibing. He's straight vibing. Why would we not? I don't understand why he wouldn't want to straight vibe with us.
Well, especially when we're one of the few people that have credentials for media. And
that's if we get media,
kind of a privilege.
Yeah. So anyway, that was number one with the media credentials. We can start. We're already on golf. We can start with the golf. Scotty won by 1 million shots.
Yep, saw that.
Yeah, kind of a fake golf tournament a little bit. Probably one of the worst golf courses on tour. I think TPC Craig Ranch. He shot, I think, 31 under through 4 days. Tied the all-time record and went bogey par in the last 2 holes to do that. Yeah, not really a great golf tournament, but it did open up an interesting question, which I've been pondering, which was if tour pros had to go play like your average like Muni, like 6,500 yards, slow as shit greens, bumpy as all hell, would they shoot better than what they shot at TPC Craig Ranch?
It's always a question, right? Because
it's like
because the quality of the course is like way different. You have clover and stuff to deal with.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have fans to save balls sometimes.
Fuck, the greens are fucked up. Like
yeah.
And like TPC Craig Ranch is like a bullshit course.
No, I think the thing is though too is like it's that if it's 6,500 yards, like there's so many short par 4s that they are just going to get on.
Yeah, they're gonna rip it apart.
They're gonna have so many eagle putts.
But are they gonna get to minus 31? Is my question over 4 days.
Yes.
I don't know.
I think
the greens would fuck them up. I think this because like they get fucked up when they go play like in Scotland and stuff where the greens are slower. It actually fucks them up because they're so used to like super quick greens that when they go over there and play the slower greens, it's hard for those guys. So I think
but all the par 4s are like 350 though. Like if they're gonna,
they're gonna reach a lot. They're gonna reach a lot.
Green.
Yeah, they're gonna reach a lot.
Par 5s, they're gonna have a lot.
Yeah, listen, they're gonna kill
looks,
it. They're gonna be in the 20s, no question. But 31 under is fucking insane.
Sure, maybe not 31 because that's an incredible round. Sure, but like it's still gonna be like way better numbers than you see anywhere else, though.
I think it might be better than TPC Craig Ranch. TPC Craig Ranch is an abomination.
That is a good question though. Like, what's the middle ground of like too easy, but also way too well upkept too, where it's just like now
these guys play on perfect golf courses all the time, you know. So that was an interesting one. But yeah, no, kind of interesting to see Scotty go out there and fucking get it. Obviously, it's in Dallas. It's in his hometown. That's why he played. But to go out there and on a golf course that like it's such a bad golf course that like it's very hard for guys to separate because like a good shot and an average shot pretty much end up in the same spot. Yeah. So for him to go out there and win by 8 is pretty impressive. He's not playing this week at the Truist, which I'll be interested in. So they're playing this week. They're playing the Truist, which used to be the Wells Fargo. And every year that tournament is normally held at Quail Hollow, but it's not this year because Quail Hollow is hosting the PGA 2 weeks from now. So they're playing at a place called Philly Cricket Club, which is a sick golf course. That it's like top 30 probably in the world. Never had a PGA Tour event in there, so I'm excited to see it. I will say, it's not looking good for the PGA 2 weeks from now. It's been something we've talked about for a little while of whether this is going to be a real major or not. Yeah. I haven't made that decision yet as to whether it's going to be a real major or not. Probably won't decide until the week of, maybe even during the tournament. I would just say it is. We're not headed in a good direction.
We're leaning on the other side of
that. Yeah. So it's just the problem here is that there's things coming out of the PGA of America that I don't love hearing. Things about, we want to be the fairest major. Not really here for that, actually. Not really
not
interested.
The highest stakes,
not really interested in fairness, to be honest. And just the way they've aligned themselves. Like, so this was really nerdy golf shit. But so there's kind of like a civil war going on in golf right now. Not like the LIV and PGA Tour stuff aside. On the equipment, So they want to roll the golf ball back, right? We've talked about that a little bit. They want the golf ball flies too far. They want to dumb it down. So the group that wants to roll it back is the USGA. Obviously, they run the US Open. The RNA, which is the governing body in the UK. They run the Open Championship. And Augusta. So those two, right? The three bodies in the game that run the three most important tournaments. They're on one side. They say the fucking ball's got to be rolled back. On the other side, we have all the equipment manufacturers.
Of course.
You have the PGA Tour. And now you have the PGA of America, which runs the PGA Championship as well as like all the club pros and stuff. And they're kind of like anti-rollback. And it seems like the PGA of America understands that, hey, we don't actually run a major. Some years we do, some years we don't. But if we're going to get players to play our tournament, we're going to have to like make them, we're going to have to make them happy. And the more we go to that, the more we go to like, hey, what do the players want? The less chance we get of getting like a really good high level test of golf, which would constitute a major, as we saw last year, right? People still to this day try to tell me Xander Schauffele won 2 majors last year. Xander Schauffele won one major.
One major, yeah.
One major. Like, we do not recognize 22 under at Valhalla, and we will never recognize that major. Okay, there's a few PGAs that don't count. Harding Park 2021, Colin Morikawa, that one doesn't count. Now, unfortunately, no. Bad golf course, COVID, no crowds, no conditions, won by the dumb golfer. Sorry, we will not be accepting that as a major at this time. So not looking good. Not looking good for the PGA. I think Quail Hollow has it in it to be a really tough, demanding, hard golf course, but it just doesn't seem like that's the way they want to set it up. It just doesn't seem. Now you want to contrast that. You want to contrast. There's a little bit of good news out there for the people. The next major after this one is the U.S. Open. Was at Oakmont. Do you know anything about Oakmont?
Just from playing Tiger Woods.
Right. Okay.
Tough course.
Tough course.
Yeah.
Tough course.
Nice course too.
Great course. One of the oldest courses in America. And so basically, how Oakmont works is they've prided themselves since the inception, since fucking 1900s, on fast greens, fast greens, to the point where they've abused their greens for so long that they accidentally invented a new type of grass. Yeah, it's exclusive to that. It's a type of Poa Annua that only Oakmont has. They basically like mutated essentially because they cooked it for so long, and now it's like this like super resilient type of grass where they can like take it. They water these greens like twice a year, and this fucking grass can live. So it's like they've like bioengineered even faster greens, and so they had media day today. And so they made a few announcements. One of the announcements, and this is where I got respect for Oakmont, because the opening announcements were not about like, oh, we have this brand partnership, or, you know, we're doing this and that. It's all right. Number one, the rough's going to 5 inches, 5 inch.
Jesus Christ.
We're going to 5 inches. The greens are going to roll at a 15. So normal like PGA Tour conditions are like somewhere around like an 11 or a 12. Your average like golf course that a regular person plays is probably somewhere around a 9 or a 10. They're going to a 15, and they can do that because they got that kind of grass. And then and this is where I respect it. They made, a lot of times will make like personal guarantees. They essentially made a personal guarantee that nobody will be under par.
Like the entire weekend?
They're like, nobody's under par. The winner will be over par.
No way.
That's great,
that
man.
Never happens anymore.
Not been a long time. And we've had some U.S. Opens lately that, I mean, Pinehurst last year was fantastic, incredible golf course, one of the best. Pinehurst will always, anytime you're playing at Pinehurst, definite major. But like LACC in 2023, I heard a lot of hype about LACC, and guys were out there shooting 62 on the first day. So not great there. Pebble in 2020, not great. And so the people kind of thought the USGA had lost their spine a little bit. And I don't necessarily know if this is the USGA doing this or this is Oakmont doing this, because they seem to be some psychos over there at Oakmont. Yeah. Pittsburgh guys, for their we're fucking Steeler fans. Like, we're going to run the ball and play defense is what we're going to do. Like, you know, so I respect that. And so it looks like we're going to get an absolute banger of a U.S. Open. But the way things are trending now, I don't think we're going to have a major before that. Yeah. I will hold judgment. We will hold judgment until we see the golf course. But I was out there for all the guys. Right, again, we're talking about Jordan Spieth, who's like, oh, maybe I'm going to have the career Grand Slam. Well, you might not have an opportunity, Jordan. It might not be a major. I'm sorry. Yeah. And that's just unfortunate. If you'd like to complete the career Grand Slam this week, I'd maybe talk to the PGA of America and say, hey, how about we hold a major this year instead of holding a fucking signature event, the Wells Fargo, presented by, you know what I'm saying? Like, how about we actually have a real test of golf here? So that's where we're at. That's where I'm at in the golf world right now, kind of thinking about that kind of stuff. But I'm interested to see, there's some storylines, like, obviously Rory right? Because it's kind of one of two ways now. Is it he's freed up and it's just go time now, and we're in killer mode, and he's going to rip off 3-4 majors the next 2 years, or is it like he caught the dragon, he chased the dragon, and now what do we have? And listen, I was seeing like how much is this guy practicing right now? Like I'm seeing him on a lot of talk shows. We know he was back home in Northern Ireland. He played the Zurich, which is like a fucking hit and giggle basically. Like this guy hasn't played serious golf since that last round of the Masters. Mm-hmm. So what are we getting at? Where's he at? Interested to see that. Yeah.
I think honestly, like Rory being like kind of in a nice, like calm mindset actually might be better for him like this. The more we talked about that, and then like also went home and all this stuff, like Rory's not great under pressure.
But he is. But that's the thing.
But he's up and down though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He might just be like he might just come in and just start hitting like great shots. Like I hope he gets to the point where he's like, I can hit great shots all the time. Keep doing that, but with that clear mindset of like, I don't have to do this though. I want to do this.
Yeah. See, I just don't think he's got that. Like, I don't think that's him. Like, I think if he could have done that, he would have done that by now. I think he's got to he's kind of like Phil in that way. He's got to kind of live in that pendulum of like we've just always got to be. It's got to be a high leverage moment one way or another. Yeah. Instead of like playing like the Brooks way of like Tiger way of like I'm just gonna make 1 billion pars. Like I just don't think he has that type of game in him. And so now if it is like, hey man, like you're not chasing this thing anymore, and he doesn't have that fire to wake him up inside, like it's coming out and being like, all right, I'm just gonna hit 1 million, like I'm gonna play it to 20 feet on every green. Like does that get the juices flowing for him? I don't know. We'll see. Quill Hollow was like the house that Rory built. Like he owns the course record. It's his first PJ Tour win. He's won like 7 times there. Like, he owns that golf course. But I'm a little hesitant on Rory headed into this one.
Yeah.
What else? What else we got? This is what I want to talk about. While we're talking about in golf, how was May the 4th? How was your Star Wars thing? So for people who don't know, I didn't play golf with Tyler this last weekend because he told me that he has to watch all of the Star Wars movies.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, you do need more practice than me. So
true fact.
Yeah. How did your practice go?
Pretty good, not bad. Played Woodbine with some guys at work. Didn't love it.
Didn't love that.
No.
Why not?
Yeah, it sucks with a golf course. Fucking water everywhere.
Yeah, it's a tough golf course.
It was a fucking 5.5 hours.
All right, so I hope you're catching up a little bit. That's good. And also, it was exactly what you thought. I woke up and I was like, I fell asleep immediately during the movie, and I was like, this is dumb. I'm gonna go to the gym. And you know what it is though? It's more fun when you're watching it as a child, when like it's coming on cable TV, like it's just running for you. I like kind of had to get up and like search it and then like get it ready, and I was like, this kind of takes away the whole thrill of the whole May the 4th weekend. But I don't know. I just wanted to watch it. I was like, this is a fun thing. And
how many movies did you get through?
I got through one. And then I went and I was like, I don't like this.
You know, I learned there's fucking 9 now.
There's like 100.
I thought there was 6.
There's so many subgenres of it too, like different galaxies they've entered and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's a crazy world in Star Wars.
We're getting to that dark place in the time in the year where I'm like a one TV show, maybe one book guy a year. Yeah. Because we eventually we just run out of stuff.
Just run out of sports.
We're running out. We're running out. This is dark days.
Are you watching a TV show right now?
No, not yet. I'm thinking about it though.
This is crazy.
I'm thinking about it. Do you have any recommendations?
Well, you haven't really watched anything. You've never seen like Breaking Bad, like these.
I saw Breaking Bad, but like 10, 20 years ago, whenever it came out.
You've seen Ozarks?
No.
I'd watch Ozark if you like Breaking Bad.
It's got that guy in it.
Jason Bateman?
Yeah, I don't like his face.
You don't like Jason Bateman?
He was in that movie. Jennifer Aniston, that was uncomfortable. Horrible Bosses.
Horrible Bosses?
Look at me knowing that.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, he made me uncomfortable in it.
Why do you feel uncomfortable?
I don't know. Something about his energy. I don't know. I don't.
Do you know what I don't think? You don't think you don't like about him? Is he's actually very similar to you.
Maybe that's why.
Because he's a very much like, no, I just need to have my P's and Q's in line, and then I will go golfing on the weekends, and then it'll be good. Everything will be good. Everything will be fine. I'll sign up. Yeah. I think you saw too much of him in yourself.
Yeah.
Did you like Jason Sudeikis?
Which one's that one? Is that the soccer coach guy?
Yes.
I hate that fucking show.
You didn't like him?
I hate that fucking show.
You hate that show, but did you like him in that movie?
I don't know. I don't know what that's the other. I don't know what it means, man. When people are like, he was good in this movie. What are you talking about? He was good.
It's a good performance. He was a good actor. He sold the part well.
But like, as opposed to what? Like not acting? Like just being yourself? I don't get it.
No.
Like acting to me, I'll be honest, acting to me seems like the easiest thing in the
world. I don't think you could cry in Demand right now.
No, probably not.
Yeah, it's probably not that easy.
Probably couldn't cry.
So that's like a baseline for actors.
But like, if
can
somebody
you
like,
cry?
but it's like it's not even like you don't have to be creative. It's just like, hey, say these words I told you to say.
Oh yeah, you don't have to be creative. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But it's still like, can you evoke an emotion? Like if like someone's like, hey, I need you to say this in like this sort of tone. And
I think I could do that. I gotta do that.
Yeah, of course you could. It's like you haven't devoted the time though, so you're not a good actor right now.
No, I think
you have the
I think,
capability of being a good actor.
I think like the
You
like
could-
the base
you
level.
could be in
I think
a
like the
movie
base
right
level
now.
of being. By the way, this is a sports show. I think the base. I think the base level of acting that I could like. I think like compared to anything else that like takes like creativity. If you just stepped in, never having done it, it's like if I tried to play the trombone, right? Like it's gonna go horrible the first time. Whereas like I think I could do like a passable job at acting. Like I think the entry level of like acting is so low, and it's interesting because you ever meet an actor, they're the most up their own ass fucking people.
True, absolutely.
They're so fucking
they're actors,
and like you watch these award shows, and they all act like they're fucking. It's like, hey, like who's got it harder, us or the kids in Gaza? Toss up. Like like these are the most up their own ass people in the world. It's like what you guys do is fucking easy as shit.
Do you think you could play Coach Oates and Remember the Titans?
100%.
You think you could do that?
100. I think I honestly now that we're talking about, I think I might be destined to like play a football coach on TV.
You should be a coach.
I think I would crush that. To be honest,
dude,
I would.
we could
take,
do it. We
I
could
would
do
take
it.
too far. I would take it too far. I would start to bleed in real life. I'd start getting upset about the outcomes of the games.
You'd be like an actor up your own ass.
Well, I think I'd be up the writer's ass, where I'd be like, yo, there's no way we don't get that on third down. They'd be like, well, it's better for the plot. And I'm like, what the fuck did we practice all week for that?
Yeah.
And we're just going to, it's better if this team wins. Fuck that. Like,
You should write. You'd be better suited for a writer, I think, or a director.
Yeah, no, I write excellent. We heard the email.
Yeah,
we heard the email.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right?
we heard the email.
And people would be very, very straightforward. Two people would be like, oh, I understand exactly how we got this
Media
on third down.
credential.
Yeah.
What's the funniest thing for, like, I was trying to think about that too. Say we get media credentialed, right? I was thinking about what if we just showed up dressed as Tiger Woods? Like just black
Sunday red?
like black pants, red shirt, black hat.
Yeah.
Just show up dressed as Tiger Woods. No acknowledgement of it. Just be like, yeah, it's a golf tournament. This is what we were.
I don't think anyone would get it.
At the golf, you don't think if we showed up looking like Tiger Woods?
Well, no, I just think that.
What if we did blackface?
Then they
Okay,
would
then
get
they
it.
get it.
Yeah. And again, like you said, that would
be
get
also-
us kicked out too.
Also, be very funny if they're like, you guys are dressed like Tiger Woods. Like, actually, we're dressed like Charlie Woods. we're Charlie guys, actually.
I go as Charlie, you go as Tiger.
That's sick. We're Charlie guys.
Father-son journalists.
We're Charlie guys. I'm a big Kai Trump fan. You know who Kai Trump is?
No.
She's Donald Trump's.
Did we
friend.
talk about her?
Maybe. Yeah. Well, because
it's Tiger's girl
Tiger's
now,
banging her
right?
mom. Yeah.
Her
yeah.
mom, yes.
Yeah. The photo. Remember in the hammock?
No, I do remember,
Yeah. Yo, she's incredible at golf.
Yeah.
She's so good. She's like 17 years old and like for sure gonna make the LPGA. Like, she's disgusting, and people are upset about that. I think.
Why are they upset that she's gonna make it?
Trump.
Oh, because it's yeah, but if she's good, then like
People are
whatever.
upset that Liv did the tournament at Trump's golf course at Doral. Where, by the way, they use those PGA Tour events all the time. Tiger won there like 20 fucking times.
Yeah.
But yeah, they hosted it at Trump Doral, and people got upset about that. And it's like, well, it's the fucking it's the Saudis.
I was gonna say I think Trump's the least of your worries
That's
in that
what I'm saying.
situation.
Like, these guys cut journalists in half.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking like a magician at a magic show.
Trump like tweets at them.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. The Saudis. All right, seeing as well we're speaking about people and their weird relationships, Belichick's back in the news.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of him. Yeah.
Where was the last? Where did we leave this? What was the last?
Last time we left it was how are you going to react if they don't do well this year?
Right. Well, that's still
Right?
the case.
So that's still- it's
it's
still
got
up
more
in the
so.
air.
So I guess we'll try to catch everybody up. So everybody knows Belichick coaching at North Carolina. Has brought his 24-year-old girlfriend along with him. And as it's gone over whatever it's been since he's been there 4 or 5 months, she's just getting like more and more and more involved, and more is coming out. So he did an interview with CBS. Like it's Sunday morning. Like this is not supposed to be this is not 60 minutes. It's an easy, nice puff piece type interview. And end up being like super, super awkward and kind of confrontational. And then at one point, the interviewer asked Belichick, like, hey, how'd you meet your girlfriend? And she chimes up from the side, we're not talking about that. And they like included that in the cut. And then it came out afterwards that actually she was like interrupting the whole time. And then she went back. By the way, first of all, every time they release a statement, it comes as like from Bill Belichick. But if you've ever heard Belichick talk, you know this isn't him.
Yeah, Belichick's a man of like few words.
His whole thing was he didn't talk to the media,
Yeah.
and so these whole big paragraph posts coming from his fucking chick, and she's like, "Oh, we got fucking railroaded, and that wasn't what the interview was supposed to be about, and it was supposed to, and whatever." And the CBS is like, oh, "She's lying. That's not always supposed to be." And then now public opinion's really turned against like her, and so now like people are digging and stuff's coming out. So it came out that she's purchased $8 million worth of real estate in the last like 6 months. It came out that HBO wanted to do Hard Knocks at North Carolina, like how they do in the NFL. She shut that down. What else came out? Yeah, anyway, but just general like she's like crazy super involved in everything, and now so basically, and people, there's like this like weird feminist response to it of like, why do people have a problem with what she's doing? She's a girl boss, like she's getting hers, like why do everybody problem? It's like, yeah, I don't think that's what people's problem is. I don't think people are looking at her like this is like morally wrong what you're doing. I think they're looking at her like, yo, you're crazy, and also you're dumb. Like that's the other thing. That's the thing that really kind of makes me mad about this whole thing is like this chick is acting like she's like some like PR mogul. Like she's like she's a step ahead of everybody. And it's like, yo, like everybody thinks this guy looks like a fucking moron and thinks you're crazy. And so if your job is PR, you suck at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everyone that likes Bill Belichick doesn't like this side of him.
Well, it's just crazy. Like it's right. And she's like, like she's 24. Like obviously, she's not going to be good at this. Like, it would be if she was actually able to manage the public relations of somebody of Bill Belichick's stature with everything, like, so he's so known to the public. If she was able to do that at 24, that would be remarkable. Mm-hmm. So it's not like an insult that she's not able to do it. But, yo, she's not able to do it. And the reason she gets to do it is because she's fucking Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
And so now she looks crazy and he looks like an idiot. I don't think people are thinking like, oh my God, like Bill's like in over his head. Like Bill knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like he gets it. He knows you're not an idiot. It's just like, yo, like, is this the way you want to go out, Bill?
Dog,
like
this kind of begs the question though. It's like, what happened? Like between her and him? Like, is this a hostage situation at this point?
I think it's she's 24 and it goes crazy and he's just like, yeah, I don't care.
Oh man, dude, it is so funny. It does feel like self-sabotage almost.
Which is where, and that's why it plays so much importance on what North Carolina football does this year. It's a sports show. Yeah. Because if they win, then all the people like me who don't want to admit this about Belichick go, yeah, see, it didn't matter. You bang the shit out of this 24-year-old, and they're going to win the ACC because when it comes to football, football's right.
Yeah.
Now, if they don't win, and it becomes dark, right? Then it gets to a real bad spot because then it's like, all right, the guy whose whole steez was take the emotion out, just football robot, right? Me, you too, grew up in the Belichick era, right? His era starts when I'm 8 years old and goes until I'm like 28 years old, right? And in that time, he's at the standard of if you want to succeed at football, you just be ruthless and you take all the emotion out of it. And then now to just be 100% governed by emotion it'd be a tough listen. It's to the point where already like he can save it if they win. But if they don't, we're now at the point where like his legacy, and like this is dumb because people are like, what? Like his legacy is a little bit tarnished. Mm-hmm. Like there will be like, oh, after the Brady years, the Patriots sucked. He got fucking canned, which was another part in that CBS interview where the interview was like, what was it like to get fired? And he's like, oh, it was mutual. And he's like, well, Robert Kraft says you were fired. Bill, it was mutual. Right? So like there's that element of like, yo, you got fucking canned. You don't want to admit it. You got fucking fired, bro. And then you take this job at North Carolina and you run that and you fuck that up because you just handed the keys to your life over to some 24-year-old dummy.
Yeah.
And it's like, so like contrast that with it's a sports show. Another thing that just happened. You see the thing with Popovich? He officially stepped away from coaching.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, so he had a stroke or whatever.
I knew he had health issues.
He's a billion years old.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's fucking old as shit. And so he stepped away from coaching. He's not the coach of the Spurs anymore, but he's going to be like the team president. And I've always viewed kind of Belichick and Pop as like kind of analogous, right? They're kind of like. It's like, okay, those are like the same type of guy. Those are the same. It's like the hard ass, old school, heart of gold, but you wouldn't know it unless you knew him. Mm-hmm. But like he's brilliant sort of coach, right? Anybody ever imagine Greg Popovich being like, hey, guess what, guys? I'm knocking down this 24-year-old, and by the way, she's like sitting in a lot of Spurs meetings.
Yeah.
Like, that would never happen.
No.
And so for Bill to do it, it's gotten. I think there was a quote from Hank on Pardon My Take, which I think summed it up very well, where he said, "Somebody needs to say something. I don't know what to say." Which is great. That's where we're at. Where it's like, yo, somebody's got to step in and talk to Bill, and try to talk some reason in this. But like, what are you gonna tell him?
Yeah.
Like, and again, right? I think, look, on one hand, I get it. If Bill is like, hey, listen, guys, I'm fucking 75 years old. Like, I've got 6 Super Bowls. Like, yeah, she shows up every day and sucks my dick. Like, she can tweet whatever she wants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's a level of that where I'm like, yeah, man, I fucking get it. But on the other end, it's like, God damn it, Bill. Like, it's bigger than you, man. It's like, you mean something to people. And like you're still like I would imagine I'm as big of a Bill Belichick fan as you can be without being a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Right? Like if he had given me 6 Super Bowls, I would probably, like that's a level I can't get to. But like I love Bill Belichick, and he means a lot to me in terms of just like what he means, like what I believe about like football, and like to be honest with you, like the world. Technical difficulties. It's a sports show. It's fine. Don't you think about pulling our media credentials, RBC Canadian Open? You think because we got fucking janky podcast equipment, we won't come in there and cover the shit out of the RBC Canadian Open? We will. What do you think about pulling the credentials now? How we doing?
We're good.
We're back. All right, we're back. We're back. All right. Where the hell was I? So, yeah. So, listen. Belichick means a lot to me, means a lot to people, and so to see him just kind of tarnishing it and all that, just throwing it. And again, it's like, Bill, like, you could let her buy the houses. I don't care. Like, you can knock down 24. It's like, why is she involved in the football stuff here, Bill?
So I mean, dude, it's weird. I think there's going to be stuff that we haven't found out about this relationship.
I mean, there's people and you can tell there's so many people now who that's the problem. Is like when you're so unlikable like that. It's like people can't wait to snitch on you.
Yeah.
And so there's people in unnamed sources or whatever in UNC saying if UNC could get out of this deal right now, they fucking would. Like they did not know that this is what they thought. We're getting Bill Belichick. And then you're not. You're getting Jordan. She spells her name obnoxious too.
Yeah.
Jordon as
a Jordan.
Disavow.
Yeah.
Disavow. We don't recognize O's. That's ridiculous.
No, that's not a real name.
Jordan.
That's a misspell.
Oh, and then you know what's funny? You know who did come to her defense and spoke up and was like, actually, everybody's getting it wrong? Her ex-boyfriend. He's 65.
Really?
Yeah.
Broke now, too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, the 65-year-old billionaire dude was like, listen, I think everything's on the up and up here, guys. I think she's fine. I'll see what everybody's problem is.
Yeah, dude, she has a gun to his head, too.
But that's the thing. I think it's just like, yo, like, I don't know, man. It's like, Bill, like, I get it, but it's like.
It's just so out of character.
Well, I also think, too, it might be a little bit of Bill being like, not quite also understanding, like, college football. Like, because in the NFL, right, like, it's just about. Like, you don't have to recruit anybody. You don't have to convince them to come play for you. It's just like guys go where they get the money, right? College football and NIL, obviously, people change this a little bit, but not that much. Where it's like the waters that North Carolina is going to be swimming in NIL wise is going to be the same waters everybody else. And it becomes it's like, you know how hard it or how easy it is to get a kid not to go to North Carolina right now. You show them the picture of Bill with his fucking feet in the air on the beach.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, that's who you want to go play for? It's like, there's no fucking way. Like, part of, like, college football is, like, you got to be cool. You have to 18-year-olds have to want to come play for you.
I think they did at the start when he was with the chick, and now it's like they're seeing what it is, the reality.
There's just so much ammo for everybody else to recruit against him. Be like, again, like, you're going to go play for Jordan? That's who you want? That she's going to be coaching you up in the D-line meetings? Like, that's not going to fucking work, man.
Yeah.
And so, listen, we'll see. Because, like I said, everybody said North Carolina is the sleeping giant, which is true. Like, if they wanted to be good at football, they could be fucking good. And so maybe they go 10-2 win the ACC this year. But if they don't, like, I'll say this. I think there's a 10% chance he never coaches a game for UNC.
Oh, you think he doesn't
like,
even make
there's
it? There's
some chance that like it just gets so crazy. Like we're still months away from the season that it gets so weird over the summer, and enough stuff comes out, and she keeps doing weird shit. She's doing crazy shit too, where she's posting like like cryptic Instagram messages with like Taylor Swift songs like "Look What You Made Me Do," being like, "Oh, like wait till everybody finds out."
Dude, I'm telling you, man, she's gonna kill him, dude.
Yeah, she didn't say. Listen, and maybe she's Steve McNair's it. We've talked about Steve McNair
Yes.
before, right? Maybe she's Steve McNair's it. Which that's not what I want. That's not what I want.
Nobody's rooting for that.
Nobody's rooting for that. But that's what I'm saying. That's what somebody's got to talk about. Because like clearly, that's the thing. It's like people are like, oh, like everybody hates her. She's clearly crazy. Yeah. You're a man who's dealt with a lot of crazy chicks in his life.
Yeah.
Like, clear crazy, right?
I've been a man who's been the crazy person in the relationship.
Been the crazy person.
I get it.
Clippers are dead. That sucked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I didn't even text you after that.
Whatever. They
that
fucking lose by
sucked.
30 in Game 7.
Yeah, at least it was a nice, easy death for you.
Yeah. No, it's one of those where it was like, the Clips are in this weird spot where it's like Kawhi's on the team for 2 more years, and it's like we don't have any draft picks, so it's like we just have to like try again. You know, like they're not gonna like tank, they're not gonna like blow it up. They're just gonna like try it again. I will say that out of all, like I cheer for obviously the Titans and stuff. I've dealt with bad franchises. The Clippers are like a really well run. Like they have great ownership. Like Ballmer's rich as shit, and that's people talk about like, oh, ownership's such an advantage in sports. All you need is a guy with a bunch of money who's willing to spend it. Like that's all you need really to have good ownership in sports. And the Clippers definitely have that. So like long term, I'm good on the Clippers. A lot of James Harden jokes going around out there. Well deserved, obviously. I think I'm on. I think Kevin Durant is what I want in the offseason.
Yeah.
Just go full olds. Just go all 34 years old and up. Last guy, fuck it, whatever. Who cares? Like, we don't have.
Fuck it.
What are we gonna do? Unless Giannis is coming, which listen maybe, but probably not. And it's like, all right, like give him a fucking.
You do have a sick destination. People do want to go to LA, right?
It's what stay sick and the owner and all that, right? And again, like Kevin Durant, Harden, it's like they're not going to win anything, but it's like, I don't know.
It's fun.
Sure. What are we going to? They're just in this weird purgatory thing where it's like, again, long term, fine with the Clippers because I think like. It's kind of like the opposite of the Titans, where it's like no matter what happens to the Titans, I think they'll find a way to fuck it up. Whereas like with the Clippers, it's like no matter what happens, I think they'll figure out a way to like get the best out of it. And they may not win championship, but like this year they're supposed to win like 35 games, and they won 50.
Yeah,
so it's like all right, like it's hard to be that upset about the Clippers, but it is also too like it's tough now to be super locked in on the NBA playoffs. Although the second round is off to a fairly fun stuff. Like Boston lost, OKC lost.
Did you watch the next game?
I did watch the next game.
Fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was like it's just like Boston shot so many threes and just none of them went in. Like
I don't think it's gonna happen again like that.
Yeah,
because they did kind of start taking control in the third, like you expect them to, and then it just kind of fell off. I think that Boston's still gonna win that probably in 5, but that's at least fun start.
Yeah, no, listen, and I think the more. Like that's a great scumbag fan series. So I think the more, like now they'll go back to the Garden with at least, worst case the series is tied for Game 3. That'll be rocking. They'll get the scum, and then you go backwards and it's like, well, Boston feels like they can't get out scumbagged, so they're gonna go. They're going to go even harder. Then you add in the fact that, Boston doesn't love black people really. So, we had that element in. Like, I'm sure somebody's getting called the hard R before the series is over. No question about it. Yeah. So, that's kind of fun there. The Lakers are out, which is great. I love that. That was really the one saving grace when the Clippers just absolutely no-showed Game 7. Was like, the Lakers lost in 5. So, it's like, you can just put your hater hat on and be like, I'm not happy, but neither are they.
Yeah.
So, that's how I get through life a lot of the times. That's how I get through it. What else did I have? What's going on in the world of sports? Man, that might be it, honestly.
That's all right. We're at 40 minutes. So.
That was 40 minutes?
Yeah.
God damn, is what we do for you people. Look at that. I pulled 40 minutes out of my ass. I didn't want to do this today. I just show up and get... Did you just fart?
Yeah, I did.
But we're never going to get credentialed now.
What's that?
We're never going to get credentialed now.
We'll be fine, dude. We'll be fine. RBC is a fart-friendly zone. Everyone knows that.
RBC, I love that. I thought that was such a good play when I was like, I'm going to keep putting RBC in every time just to be like, hey, like, I'm a business guy, man. I respect the partnership. Like,
yeah. We'll call this the RBC. The
Diceshaker podcast. The RBC Diceshaker podcast. Yeah, 100%. Listen, Mike Morales, the guy I emailed, you're listening to this right now. I did give you our social media channels. We will dedicate an entire episode. We will call it the RBC Canadian Open Diceshaker podcast. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
don't worry about any payment from RBC there. I'm not too concerned about that. It's on the house. Yeah. No, so that's it. All right, that's the episode, guys. Thank you. Like, subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. We'll be back to you next week. We're gonna keep doing these every week. We're gonna come up with some segments. That's what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna get segmenty here. We're gonna do some lists, some different gimmicks, just to try to fill the time. We got to do Tyler's team tournament. That's happening in July.
Yeah.
So that's 4 episodes in July. So 4 rounds, probably, whatever, 1 round a week, finish it in July. And then that way you've picked a team starting August, camp starts, bang, you're fully into the season. But yeah, no, we'll be here. So rate, review, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you.
I bet my life I'm a dice shaker. Electric lights on a skyscraper.